Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining me once again today, and welcome back to Once More Unto the Breach, the multiplayer Dominions 5. We are on turn 13, and things are starting to heat up a little bit. Okay, so, we found a magic site, the Enchanted Well, which probably is a water site, which, it's something. We took Ashlands back. I did make one change. Since the last video, I contacted Roos, talked to him. It turned out his conquest of Ashlands was indeed a mistake, and so he withdrew his forces, and I shifted the Voice of Lion, who had retreated the previous turn with his 3 infantry, to retake the province. So I have Ashlands, no conflict, no casualties. In Jerib, wow, 10 death gems, that's really cool. 25 unrest is less cool, but, you know, something. And we finished our palisades in Florian, so we've got our first fort here. So, as you can see, the Yellow Mountains now have that little Rusian army. Zaburia I would love to take. I'm probably going to want to talk with Roos about it once again, because if his army runs into this one, judging by what happened last time, they'll beat it. But just to make that a little more difficult, we're going to have you attack the closest. We're going to have you hold and attack the closest, I think. Yeah. So what's going to happen is our infantry is going to go forward, get mixed up, and then the elephants will come in. And the elephants, yeah, combat speed 18 versus 12. Well, he only has combat speed 9. But the other 3 have combat speed 18. So ideally they'll hit it close to the same time. So now it is turn 13. On turn 16, I need to be ready to attack, so turn 13 to turn 14, 15, yeah, I might be a turn short. Over here, I have no money whatsoever. That's what over there, okay. We're going to shift recruitment a little bit, because this place only has 59 resources, but 59 resources is enough to do something. It's enough to recruit Lion Clan warriors and War Lions with my cash. But the first thing we actually have to do is we have to upgrade the palisade to a fortress, because we need to start recruiting wizards, and they require recruitment points. I'm going to start recruiting Spider Clan Witch Doctors over here. They are more expensive than Voices of Lion, but they have more useful paths. Yep, that Enchanted Well is a water site. Funny Guy can move down there. Mbaraku. What if you go up this way? Oh no, that's a mountain and a wasteland. Okay. Nadif could actually start researching, which might be useful. I am going to hit alteration level 2 pretty quickly. Nadif is actually going to start moving around and site searching, which I desperately need some more of. We're going to put our usual 5 points of province defense there. Okay, and yeah, Pangaea is moving in this direction, but that's only 2 units, and at least one of them is a Satyr Sneak. And there is Niflheim, or Niflheim, hello. And there is Beritos. Beritos is led by probably the most dangerous player in this game. He's very, very good at Dominions. He's played a lot more than I have. I'm just going to keep spreading my scouts out here. And so I'm worried about him. That said, I would love to have him on my side, as it were. So there is Tianxi's capital. Okay. Fine. We're kind of getting an idea of the shape of the world now. I would like to get another scout back over here and see what Yomi's up to these days. So has a fortress right here. Pangaea's right there. Oh, Pangaea is in trouble. Yeah, they're in trouble. Their capital is easily accessible from both sides. They're going to have a lot of pain. It's going to be bad. I mean good. It's going to be fantastic. I love it. So, Kinda the Lion King can take all the infantry and all the archers. Like, all the infantry and archers we have, he can have because he gives them a morale bonus. However, the elephants we want under the command of a Voice of Lion, because the Voice of Lion gives them a morale bonus, and morale bonuses are hugely, hugely important. So, kinda, our Lion King here will be leading the main force of the army. Hassan will be leading the elephant force. Mbaraku has map move 18, and these guys have map move 14. So plains cost 6, forests cost 10. I'm trying to calculate how quickly they can get there. Moving from one province to another province with different movement cost means the unit has to pay the average of those movement costs. So going from plains to forest or vice versa costs 8. And since they only have 14, so I think what I can do with Mbaraku, if I give up the idea of taking this province, that's a mountain, that's a plain, I think I can go turn 14, turn 15, turn 16, and then on turn 17 attack shoot. Can you move? No. You can only move to there, because it's a forest. You have map move 20. Hassan has map move... Can Hassan... Hassan can get out there in one turn. So Hassan could be ready on turn 16 to launch the attack, but Hassan has no infantry. Which leads me to an interesting question. Yeah, Lion Clan warriors have map move 16, so I bet Lion Clan warriors could have made that run. But Rhino Clan can't. Well, that's a little frustrating. Okay, I need these two to move in parallel, just because I want the army kept together. Spell-wise, I don't have many great spells yet, but I can cast Phoenix Power and I can summon lesser fire elementals. I can't summon Earth Power, because I only have one level of Earth. But that's undead. Servant of Courage is a good spell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give Kinda... I have a bunch of fire gems that I don't really need at the moment. I am going to give him 4. And so Kinda is going to be scripted to cast Phoenix Power to increase his fire magic to level 3, which will cut down the fatigue cost of summon lesser fire elemental to, it should be 33 plus his encumbrance, which is, what's his encumbrance? Plus 2 times his encumbrance, rather, which will be 8. Or possibly 6? Yeah, because that's armor encumbrance, I think, from the... No, his crown has no encumbrance. Anyway, it'll be under 40 fatigue, which should mean that he can cast Summon Lesser Fire Elemental 3 times. So he can... It does cost 125% casting time, so we can Summon Lesser Fire Elemental 3 times. Okay. And his Fire 3 will give him Fire Resistance, I believe, which should also make him immune to the heat aura of the Fire Elementals. And, of course, my... all my troops are getting the severe heat encumbrance penalty, but that's fine. That's okay, because I have heat 3. And it is spring, so it is going to be summer when we go into battle. So, Kinda and Hassan, or Kinda and Hassan, are going to move out here. I don't have any sacred troops, so I don't need any blessings, which means Shahidi can move down here and hopefully construct a temple. I'm not recruiting any troops from here. I'm also not going to recruit another Lion King at the moment. Instead... Yeah, because Lion King's 350. Instead, I'm going to recruit a Buddha, probably. Because after Alteration and Enchantment level 3, to get Regeneration and Strength of Giants, at this point I'm going to start wanting powerful Earth Mages. So, yes, I'm going to recruit my first Buddha. That gives me a little bit more money. So over here, it's going to be turn 14, turn 15, turn 16, and then on turn 17, I'll attack. So down here, I'm recruiting a Spider Clan Witch Doctor, who is an okay mate. Maybe I should start recruiting a Buddha first off. You're building a fortress. It will take 2 turns. So 1 turn, 2 turns. The Buddha will take 3 turns to build. I'm actually going to build a Buddha here as well. I'm trying to figure out what the most effective use of my money is right at the moment. Actually, I'll tell you what, the most effective use of my money I think is Scouts. Especially because that saves enough money to get a whole bunch of animals right here. A couple elephants and some war lions. Or I can cut that down. That only gets me 2 more lions. 2, 3, 4, 5 lions, 2 elephants. I can't quite get that last elephant because I run out of recruitment points. Okay. 2 elephants, 4 lions. Nadif. Actually, Nadif is not going to move then. Instead, Nadif is going to... Should I summon some more chaff? They might be useful at breaking down this palisade. Which it doesn't look like Pangaea has upgraded. Yet. Or is working on upgraded, because there's no military units here. I could summon some chaff. I do have quite a few nature gems. My nature gem income is not great. But it is something. Water gems. I don't need water gems at all. Water gems are actually almost useless to me. But... I don't need to alchemize. You're just going to research for now, because I need you to stay here and be ready to lead 2 turns worth of animal recruitment up into the Stinging Swamp. So, yeah, and I can't forge anything except the very, very most basic items at this point, none of which are really very impressive. Like, the Rawhide Shield is eh. The Boots of Long Strides are eh. They give you map move, which is nice, but not really relevant for commanders. The Berserker Pelt is bad, generally. No helmets. The Hardwood Club is unimportant. So, you're going to research. We're preparing for the assault on Pangaea. Will take a couple of turns. My god is still going to be site searching to make sure I pick up the maximum number of magical sites. Kinda. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give Kinda 6 fire gems because I don't have any other use for them right at the moment. And I would like him to be able to just spam out fire elementals and then stay somewhat productive. I'll script my army once they're ready to go in, because as of right now, I don't know exactly what they'll be finding. This scout, his first job is going to be to go up here and make sure I know where Pangaea's armies are. Actually, I'm going to move Manzi into Pangaea's capital. Risky. Patrolling units might well kill him, but I think it's worth it to get that information. I will also script him. Actually, there's no point scripting him to retreat, because if he retreats, he'll die anyway. So I'm just going to send him in. It'll just be what it is. I'm sure he'll be fine. Zaburia. Ooh, now this is a question. Because this army, Mbaraku... The question is, do I want Mbaraku to grab this province, which might bring me back into conflict with Rus? Or do I want to move him over here in order to join the staging for the assault on Pangaea? I want to join the staging for the assault on Pangaea. Yeah, let's do that. So... Oh no. Oh no. Well, Dada can at least stage for the assault on Pangaea. But it looks like Mbaraku is stuck a little too far away. Okay, well. He's going to go into Zaburia. You know what? I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to try to take Zaburia out. I'll let Rus know. I'll send them a message. Because once again, it's 3 steps from my capital. But it's more than that from Rus. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to claim Zaburia by right of being a little bit closer. Rus also has built a fortress right next to their capital. I'm starting to think this might be a strategy thing people are doing to combat the fact that fortresses take longer to build now. Like this one, well, it's not upgraded yet. They might be in the process of upgrading them, but like I'm going to have mine upgraded in 2 turns, so I'm not actually far behind. I was worried that I might be far behind when it comes to fortresses, but I'm not now. It looks like nobody else has an upgraded second fortress, at least nobody that I have direct vision on. Yomi is clearly playing the Dominion game. They are building fortresses. I'm sorry, they are building temples. Now, Yomi kind of has to do this because their temples are what spawn their Onis. Their Onis can't be recruited, they just spawn. And they spawn in more numbers and more powerful variants around temples. So Yomi has to have lots of temples. But the fact that he's building all these temples right against the border with me makes me irritable. So I'm going to move my prophet down here and start building temples down here in order to keep his dominion out. Because my dominion is weak enough, and I don't need it to be any weaker. But anyway, that is going to be the turn. I am basically out of money. I will recruit... Yeah, I'll recruit a couple of Lion Clan warriors down here with the funds that I have, just for fun. Actually, since I have the resources, I might recruit Rhino Clan instead. Yeah, we'll do that. And we will see what develops. I'm recruiting the first of my Buddhas, who will be the linchpin of my strategy later on, hopefully. Cross your fingers. And we're preparing to go to war with Pangaea. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in turn 14. Oh, who's doing nothing? You are doing nothing. You move over that way. Start getting a look at Baratos. And you just patrol, I guess. Fine. Alright. See ya later for real this time. Turn 14. Woo! Okay, turn 14. Hopefully Rus got my message and moved out of the way. The Rusian player is not the best at responding, unfortunately. Okay, yes, looks like he didn't go to Zaburia, which is good. I conquered it, got some Earth Gems. I lost one Rhino Clan warrior, wiped out all the Lion tribe defending it, and we finished our alteration research. So we now have alteration level 2, which gives us Earth Meld and Enlarge. Enlarge could be useful. Earth Meld definitely will be useful. Then Alteration level 4 is the next goal in this category, and then Alteration level 4 and level 5 both have some really good spells for our Buddhas, but right now we're getting up to Enchantment level 3 for Heal, Regeneration, and Strength of Giants. So, that's doing well. Okay. So we've now got pretty solid borders on all sides. Rasenna still has not been taken. Fukan still has not been taken. What was that? Okay, the Throne of Storms in the name of Grand Bull. So that was Hinnom, who is led by basically the other scary veteran player. The two scary veteran players that I know of are Baratos and Hinnom. And I actually don't know where Hinnom is at the moment. So that's interesting. Over here, oh, that's a significant Rusian army. That's a priest, so Rus is expanding aggressively in this direction. I am going to end up cut off, I believe. Gotta keep sending scouts out. Yomi has a fort built. Over here, I'm going to build a temple and search for magic sites. This army will continue moving in this direction. Yeah, I guess just do that. Oh, they'll split up automatically if I do that. Okay, so Hassan will arrive there one turn before. No, I don't want the build-up visible. The build-up should be as invisible as possible. So, still recruiting scouts here as well. You can kind of move over this way, see what's what. That is a lot of barbarians. Like, wow. A lot of barbarians. Okay, so there's a Pan, mainly Maenads and White Centaurs. There's a Bramble Fort. Oh yeah, I think Pangaea maybe actually can't upgrade fortresses unless they're in woods. I feel like that's true. There is... Niflheim has gotten all the way down this far, so they must own a big old swath of land right here. Okay, that's good to know. Mbaraku, meanwhile, has pretty much hit the limits of how far you can go. I could attack this throne, but I guarantee you there's wizards there. I guarantee it. Anytime you see a throne that has low-tier infantry and archer units like this, there are wizards defending it. And in the early game, honestly, I'm not too worried about the thrones. I mean, other people will claim the thrones, that gives them a little bit of a head start, but in general, I think focusing on overall expansion is a wiser strategy. So, yeah, you actually move up that way, I guess? Yeah, move up that way. You grab that archer and move over this way. So 2 turns. The goal is in 2 turns to have all the armies hit. So we're going to get 2 more elephants and 4 more lions. We're upgrading the fortress, doing some research. Down over here, our Buddha is 1 turn from completion. I want to hit construction level 2, ideally fairly soon after he comes out. But I also want an enchantment. Construction will wait. Construction will wait for now. It's more important to get useful spells. Mbaraku. Yeah, Mbaraku should go down here. And then ideally, if that army takes that province, then I can take this province, Dathan, and keep expanding a little. Although, I don't really want to end up with like a tongue of land in between Rus and Yomi. Strategically speaking, that's a bad position to be in. So it looks like Rus is kind of in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They probably don't have all that many provinces, because Rus itself is right there. They might have 15. They might have 15 provinces. I think I'm doing fine when it comes to size, though. Yeah, you can see I can't see anybody's score graph, unfortunately. It'd be kind of cool if I could, but oh well. Hall of Fame-wise, I actually have no one in the Hall of Fame. Fat Cow, the Minotaur Lord, is dead, as is Futsatsugu. So this kind of gives an idea of who's been having trouble. This Oni spirit, he was the Yomi's prophet, is dead. And this Minotaur Lord, who was probably Pangaea's prophet, is also dead. Meanwhile, there is another Dai Oni in the Hall of Fame. There's 1 Jotun in the Hall of Fame. Okay. And then these guys are both mercenaries. Okay. Actually, while I'm looking at statistics, let's look at the thrones. Yeah, 2 thrones have been captured. You need 7 points. So, and there's how many again? 11? I think there's 11 total. Yeah, there's 11 total. Okay. So I should sometime pretty soon be starting to look at thrones, but right now, not too worried about it. I've got all the recruitment done over here that I can. We're gonna have Nadif pick them up next turn and move up to join the army. Down here, gonna recruit a few more Lion Clan. Another elephant, maybe? Yeah, elephants are always good. Yeah, we'll get that going. We'll build up a few more forces here. Join this army, and in a couple turns, we'll take this throne in Fairy Forest, assuming that Rus does not take it first. Which they might. If they do, oh well, that'll be too bad. I'm going to talk to Niflheim and see if maybe I can set something up. Try and kind of turn Niflheim and Rus against each other if possible. Tianxi has actually expanded a good ways over this way. They've got an upgraded fortress here. And then Tianxi itself is right there. So yeah, they also built a fortress like right next to their capital. I'm like one of the few people who went afield with my first fortress. And ideally, I would start getting a second fortress up sometime soon. Maybe down in this area. Droigar? Droigar, resource-wise, might not be terrible. Plus, as Machaka, I don't have to worry about resources all that much. And 50 recruitment points. Well, 50 recruitment points still wouldn't give me all of that many. But is there anywhere I have that has better? This province has better. These two. And this one down here. Glimmering Fields, actually, is probably the place. Despite being right next to my capital. Because it can draw resources from there. It would suck some resources away from my capital. But once again, as Machaka, resources are not really the big issue for me. Actually, Rasenna would be the place. If I can get Rasenna, that might be where I want to go next. About 30, including heavy cavalry, which is a bit harsh, but... Let's hop down. Let's send this army to hop down here, take that. we'll keep recruiting up on this side and see what we can do. Kinda's army, of course, is going to be dedicated to going into Pangaean territory, so that will be absorbing their attention for the next few turns. But I think we're in a pretty good place. Do I have anybody I'm not moving? You should probably be moving. Let's move you up here and see if we can't get a look at what Agartha is up to. And you move this way, see if we can find Baratos' capital. And you, that cave is still unconquered. We've got a palisade there, we've got their fortification there. Let's move this way a little bit. Okay, so that's the scout moves. Funny guy searching. Shahidi building a temple to fight back Yomi's dominion, which is very turmoilous and cuts down my income. And we'll see what we can do in turn 15. See you then. Okay, and we are back with turn 15 of Once More Onto the Breach. Alright, 2 magic sites. Excellent. The Chasm of Strange Lights and the Rune of Fire. Great. Unexpected event. Oh. Well, that's pretty sweet. This is an excellent event. We found a lab, we got a whole bunch of gems, and some Shambler skin armor. I think that's a water-breathing item. Ooh, a monster boar. Okay, so this means I have to patrol this territory with somebody and basically fight a small battle against a monstrous boar. Otherwise, unrest is going to keep going up. And my fortress has been completed. So first of all, in these woods, I've got an astral pearl and an earth gem, and boosts fire ritual range by 2 provinces. Interesting. Then where was that free lab? Urful. Oh, okay, so we've got a lab here now. Interesting. I guess that means we should build a fort there. Because, I mean, after all, free lab. If I just build a fort, then I can start to recruit mages there. For instance, I can recruit Spider Clan Witch Doctors with no need for a temple, or Hyena Clan Witch Doctors. So yeah, that sounds like that's probably what I should do. I'm gonna just recruit a commander up there. Okay, so where were we? Shahidi has built a temple down here. You can see I'm up to 8 Dominion spread checks, which is better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Yomi has got a fort up right here. These units, I think, are just their free spawn from their temples. They have to send commanders around and collect them in order for them to be of any actual use. And Baraku, I've seen that before. He's just weakened. Dementius can keep moving out. We're just going to keep spreading our scouts out in all directions as quickly as possible. You can go... Actually, you go over there. Okay, so we've got 2 Minotaur Lords at the Palisades. You guys move up there. Down here. Now, Nadif is going to need to move up here as well. So our armies are converging on the Stinging Swamp. So let's look at what those armies are going to be like. These guys I'm going to set into a line formation. And they are going to take the front of the battle. We're going to set those guys up like that. They can join the line. And they are all going to just attack the closest enemy. You are going to fire at... let's fire at large monsters, just for fun. And these guys right here, the archers, you can also fire at large monsters. Elephants. I'm actually going to flank with the elephants, I think. The lions... The lions are undisciplined, so I can't give them orders, so I'm just going to set them back here, kind of back and a little bit to the side, and they're going to sweep forward, meet up with the infantry line, and kind of add punch to the infantry fight, while the elephants attack rear. Because the elephants also have fairly high combat speed. So the goal here is the elephants, way out on the flanks, will sweep around, kind of form the horns of a pincer movement, and cause havoc, while the mages, standing right up here behind the infantry, will cast... Actually, what spells can you cast? Yes, you can cast Barkskin... That's about it. Nothing else terribly impressive. I guess you could cast Fascination. But that's about... We're just going to leave you on spells. Just... cast spells. Yep, you're on spells, you're on spells, you're on spells. And you, of course, are using Phoenix Power and then summoning lesser fire elementals. You could actually cast Earth Grip, but it only affects one person. And you can't cast Earth Might, because, or Earth Meld, because you only have one level of Earth. Which is sad, but, you know, it happens. I think what I might do is cast Bark Skin on you before anything else, actually. Yeah, cast Bark Skin on yourself to give yourself a little bit more protection. Then Phoenix Power, and then summon up some fire elementals. Okay. So we've got that all set up. I don't have a whole lot of extra money. Down here I already have this recruitment lined up. And my first Buddha has been recruited, and he is a Death 3 Buddha, Matwa. So, what spells can Matwa cast right now? He can cast Earth Meld, and he can cast Earth Might, and of course he can cast Summon Earth Power. So we are going to, first of all, nope, don't change shape. What I want you to do actually is, I want you to change shape now. So, in changed shape, he is stealthy, which means that the enemy cannot see him, and he still has all his item slots and all his magical powers. Right? Yep, still has all his magical powers. So, I don't want him to be seen, basically. I just want him to remain invisible at all times and under all circumstances. I can only forge trinkets at the moment, just because I haven't done any construction research. So, not really worth forging much. There's worse things to have than a skull talisman, but it's just not very useful. Research speed 46. Down here, now that I've completed this place, I want to start recruiting probably Spider Clan Witch Doctors. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate Spider Clan Witch Doctors and Voices of Lion, I believe. Voices of Lion, good commanders to have. Nah, I'll just start recruiting Spider Clan Witch Doctors primarily in this location. What is the difference between Bird Clan and Indie Archers? Bird Clan are better archers at the cost of having no armor. Okay, that's fine. Over here, we are going to recruit a couple of elephants, and then Rhino Clan, I think. Or should we do lions? Let's just recruit straight lions over here, actually. I have a feeling that might be useful. Up here, so we're recruiting a commander to build a fortress up that way. Dada is moving into that province. Down here, we have a little bit of an army. We'll get another lion. And another Rhino Clan. We're recruiting a second Buddha, because our research is now going to be coming from this fortress. Now, I could switch back to recruiting researchers for a little while, because right at the moment, Buddhas are not super powerful. But there's something. So, Matwa, and Matwa can move 2 provinces in 1 turn, so he'll be able to join the fight pretty soon. He can also sight search, but right now I don't need sight searching in the paths that he can do, because he can only do Fire, Earth, and Death, and Funny Guy can do Fire, Earth, and Death just fine. I might move him out there, just to kind of double up the speed of my sight searching, because he at least will be able to find all death sites, I believe, or almost all death sites. There might be a few level 4, but I think they only really go up to level 3, and then most Earth sites. And Funny Guy can sweep through behind him, if necessary. But that's a nice little income boost, especially the Earth Gems. I am piling up a huge number of Earth Gems, and I really want them. Earth and Death Gems are going to be primarily what I'm looking for. Nature Gems, secondary. So enchantment, we're going up to level 3 for Strength of Giants and Regeneration. Could go up to level 4 and get Haste. But I think I want construction and evocation before then, maybe? I'll think about it. I have a little bit more time to think about it. I am actually going to, instead of another Buddha, rather, we're going to start getting some more Voices of Lion here, because I am setting up another army that's going to need leadership, and I want more research points. So we're going to be focusing on research for a little bit. Over here, these Spider Clan Witch Doctors will be much more useful in terms of combat than the Voices of Lion, but of course, their leadership is awful, so I don't want them actually leading armies. But I want lions. Actually, I want to use my resources too. What of them I have? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get some Rhino Clan, an elephant, 20 resources. Yeah, let's go elephants and Rhino Clan. Let's do that instead. Just for now. Just to get a little bit of punch. Lions are, well, I'm torn because lions are good, but they suffer a lot of attrition. Lions die very quickly once they get into combat. So, against Mictlan, they might actually be good just to do a lot of damage in a short time frame, but also elephants are just really, really good against Mictlan. Like, actually, I could just get 3 elephants and then a couple of Lion Clan, maybe a Lion Clan and 2 Rhino Clan. Just a couple of Lion Clan. Okay, let's do that. Because against Mictlan, elephants will be quite effective, because Mictlan's troops are all small, basically. And even their scary sacred troops are small. Now, is there any... I don't think there's any cool spells I can cast, right? Herd of Elephants, Pride of Lions. Yeah, summoning spells, but none of them are terribly cool. Okay. Shahidi. Shahidi, go over there and, like, preach or something. I need more temples and such. Oh, I've got some decent Dominion spread down this way. Over here, yes. Okay. Ooh, there's Kargstag. So Kargstag is awake. He probably was dormant, I imagine. Where was Tianxi again? Yeah, right there. Okay, so Kargstag is awake. He is a Frost Father, so he is also a Rainbow Pretender. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. And since he's a Frost Father, that probably means that he has water magic, because that is what the Frost Father starts with. But, of course, being a rainbow, he almost certainly has several paths. Probably what that means is Tianxi has got a pretty heavy bless. They've probably got several different minor blesses for their Warriors of the 5 Elements that make them quite powerful. So that's good to know. Over here, Hexwoods, the Green Wall. We've got 2 fortresses right next to each other here, one with a temple. Dawnland, the Old Coast. Well, let's keep moving. Ooh, and there's scouts. So this province is recruiting scouts. I'll make a note of that. Alright, over here, it's taking a look at Pangaea. Okay, so Pangaea is cut off, unless they've taken this throne, which I doubt they have. I know they haven't taken this province, so if I take this, they should be isolated from tax here, which is kind of a nice little secondary Benny. And you... aha! That is Hinnom. So I think that's pretty much all the factions accounted for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Agartha is over here. Who am I missing? I might be missing one more faction, but I've finally found our 11th player. This is Algulod, who is, as I said, the administrator of the Dominion's channel, and a pretty good player. He really likes giants. It'll be interesting to see what he might have taken god-wise. I really would like to see what his scales are, but unfortunately I can't because my scout there is not a mage. Unfortunate. Okay, but I think I'm basically all set for now. I've got more elephants and troops coming out here. I've got more elephants and a couple troops coming out here. Actually, let me... Nah, 3 elephants. 3 elephants is the way to go. And then what the heck, I'll grab a hyena clan. Since I can do it very easily. Okay, elephants and troops, elephants and troops. We're repeating recruitment all there. I'm recruiting mages from both my fortresses. Gonna get a third fortress set up this way on the border with Niflheim. And we'll see how things go. In turn 16. So next turn will be turn 16. And we will launch the attack on Pangaea from this province. We will have a pretty significant army, actually. I mean, not huge in terms of numbers, but in terms of numbers of elephants, and in terms of magical support, not insignificant for this time in the game. Of course, late game this will look like a tiny and pathetic army, but for right now, it'll do some work. So, we will just, we'll just see how things go. Take care until next turn. Wait, who's doing nothing? I always forget about, yeah. In that direction, actually. Yes, I forgot about Mbaraku. Do I want to take that province? Oh, that's a question. That is a question, alright. I'd like to just hold Agraria. But in order to hold Agraria, what I need to do is I need to build a, temple and a fortress out here. And for that to happen, I need to stop recruiting troops over here. Because I'm recruiting about 300 gold worth of troops. And temples cost 400. Woof. Alright, you just stand here and preach for a minute. Actually, no, I'm not in any threat. There are no troops nearby. Go take out that province. Alright. You just patrol for now. I don't have anything for you to do, but I will in a little bit, because I'll want you to ferry troops towards the front. And you, up in Rusian territory, head that way. Go see what you can make of Niflheim. Okay, that's it for real. See you in the next turn. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, turn 16. This is where we'll see the final pre-war state of the map. Okay, so has claimed the Brass Throne in the name of their god. We finished our research in enchantment. There was a battle in Dathan. We lost one Rhino clan, stomped all over the enemy. That's fine. We got a Blood Slave, which is okay, fine. And we lost 3 domain in the Stinging Swamp. That's too bad, but not terribly, terribly important. Okay, so we are still expanding in this direction. Rus is north of us, but doesn't seem like anything too bad. These are still just free spawn. Yomi is making no aggressive moves. What I want is I want Shahidi actually to come out here, I think. Well, that's high income. No, actually, I changed my mind. Shahidi, stay there. Funny guy, search for magic sites. I'm going to see if I can free up some money. And maybe start a fortress or a temple or something out there. So, army-wise, we have our army prepared. I'm actually going to move these troops down into Kinda's army. We will still send Dada with the force here because I want to have a little bit of commander redundancy. Just in case. We do have a scout also staying in that province. And I do not see many Pangaean troops at all. Now, I do know that some Pangaean units are stealthy. So that doesn't necessarily mean much. But it looks like he's been recruiting Minotaur warriors here. And I believe Minotaur warriors are extremely expensive, especially in terms of resources. This fort is not going to have much by way of resources. Especially because since I took the Stinging Swamp was like the vast majority of the resources available. So yeah, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Terameshi. Why is Terameshi cursed? What? Why did that happen? How and when did that happen? I don't understand. None of my other commanders are cursed. Okay. Let's double check our spells just to make sure there's nothing in enchantment that would be better to do. Not really. Personal regeneration, Gift of the Hair, which doubles the speed. Ooh, doubles the speed of some units. That's actually kind of cool. Let's get bark skin, and then a couple castings of Gift of the Hair, maybe. Can't cast Enlarge. Yeah, let's try that, and then spells. I want bark skin. Actually, just cast, forget the Gift of the Hair. That's a little bit of a specialty spell. Just get bark skin on yourself, and then cast spells. I don't want any of you dying in this battle. So, all 4 of these are attacking the God's Tomb Mountains. We're recruiting another Spider Clan Witch Doctor here, who hopefully won't be cursed. Maybe there's a site here that is cursing people, I don't know. And where's the Buddha? Buddha? Hang on a second. What I need is... There's Matwa the Were-Hyena. In Trensibor. Matwa. Okay, good. For a second there I had no idea where you'd gone. Alright, search for magic sites. You're searching for magic sites down there, funny guy. We are recruiting more Voices of Lion for research purposes. Should take me a couple turns to get up to enchantment level 3. Matera Meshi still doesn't have anything terribly impressive he can do yet. He can summon lesser fire elementals, but it will knock him out to do so. Might be worth it, though. He can also animate skeletons and zombies, but only very, very slowly. So that's not terribly, terribly important. Frighten wouldn't be bad, but... And 7-Year Fever is unimportant. So yeah, you just stay here and research for now. We're going to recruit one more round of troops here for that commander, and then send them up to join the party as well, or we might have to defend. I can get 343 gold by ending that recruitment, which is not enough for a temple. I'm short about 60 gold for a temple, and in order to free up more, I would have to kill a mage recruitment. Well, yeah, because those are only 80 gold. Let's kill an elephant, and build down here. There wouldn't be many resources here, but I think recruitment points would be okay. So let's build... It's not actually a temple I need, though. It's a palisades. You know what? We're going to cut recruitment for a turn in order to build a palisades, because I want to get as many forts as possible up pretty quickly. Or, oh, no, actually, it was this province where I wanted a fortress, wasn't it? Because that one, oh, right, that one already has a free lab. Never you mind. Preach. Or search for magic sites. You can't find holy magic sites. Build a palisade. So in 4 months, we'll be able to start recruiting mages immediately up here. We're going to kick the defense up some. And down here, we'll recruit... We'll turn those into Rhino clans since we have spare resources. Up here, I have a reasonable force, actually, which I am going to give to a commander. And, yep, you go up there. Just cast spells. They will do their thing, which is fine. And Matoto can take these troops. Yeah, also over in this direction. Yeah, head over there. Just pop up on the border with Mictlan to make sure that Mictlan does not get any ideas. Because I don't want them getting ideas. They're pushing my Dominion back a little bit, but I still now have plenty of Dominion built up along the border, which helps, defensively speaking. I do not have much Dominion here. In fact, my Dominion is being shoved back by Yomi, which I don't want. Like, I have lots of turmoil because of Yomi's Dominion, which lowers my income and is overall a badness. Mbaraku is still weakened, as he has been all this time. I'm going to kind of use that as a border here. I'm going to head down this way and take over these cavemen. And we'll see what we can do. Okay. So I think that's going to be the turn. Research-wise, after enchantment level 3... baby. protection would automatically make all of my little Nature 1 mages actually somewhat useful. So that might be a good pickup, but I also feel like getting up to Evocation level 3 for Magma Bolts and Fireball would be a decent buff to my battle prowess. So we're going to get that, and then we're going to go to Construction level 4. And at that point, we'll be able to forge items that will support our mid to late game thugging strategy. It's somewhere in year 1. By the middle of year 2, I would like to have that done. And then we can turn our attention to more enchantment for Skella spamming. So I think that's going to be most of the turn. Let me cycle through my commanders real quick. Yep, you stay there. That's the green wall. There's Baratos' capital. You stay there. I have plans for you. There's the Highlands with a throne, which Agartha has taken. I should start snapping up thrones at some point here. Like, I'm not recruiting any troops at the moment, so I can't really, but pretty soon I'll want to take this throne and that throne, hopefully. I think those two will probably be my first goals, and then this one secondarily. That's a big group. There's probably, like, a very powerful and dangerous unit leading that army, unfortunately. Shahidi. Yeah, Shahidi's also cursed. I'm not sure what's cursing people, but a number of my commanders are cursed. And that's really, really unfortunate. But I think you move out that way. You stay there. You stay there. You move up that way. Yeah, Shades. Ooh, Shades and Shade Beasts. Interesting. So yeah, they do have Troll Peaks. And you, Sleepy Wolds. So Enkidu Slaves. This is a Hinnomite province. And they've got Niflheim right below them, so to zoom out. So Niflheim has a good little chunk of territory. Yeah, Niflheim's not small. Interestingly, this province is still unclaimed. And that is Mictlan. Let's see if we can kind of feel out the borders of Mictlan. Alright, that'll be the turn. Join me next time in the next video to see how the war with Pangaea begins. Based on what I'm seeing, which is not much, I anticipate that this will be a pretty crushing attack, especially with coming in from the other side. So I think Pangaea is going to go away pretty quickly. And we'll see how that works out. Take care.